So one of the biggest questions that's been on everybody's mind is, what is the real estate market going to look like for the remainder of this year, 2020? And based on the recent data collected for the economy, unemployment, real estate, and more, many economists are revising what they think the rest of this year is supposed to be looking like. And the results are actually extremely encouraging. So let's look at the first 6 months of this year and then compare it to the first 6 months of last year and see how maybe the coronavirus has affected the real estate market. And then also I want to share with you what the experts are predicting the rest of this year is supposed to look like. Okay, so to keep things very, very simple, we're going to start off with Fredericksburg inside the city limits. And again, this is going to be from January 1st through today, June 30th, first 6 months of this year. And to start off, for sold properties, we had 167, and with an average days on market of 134 days, with an average sales price of $493,000. And then for new listings, we're sitting at 294 new listings with an average list price of $753,000. And then for pending and under contracts, right now we're sitting at 224. And to compare that to 2019 for the first 6 months, we had 182 sold properties last year, first 6 months, with an average days on market of 151 days and an average sales price of $447,000. And then for new listings and average list price, we're at 218 new listings that hit the market. Again, this year we're at 294, so we did see a jump there. But the average list price was $609,000 last year, comparison to $753 for this year. And then for pending and under contracts, last year we had 200. This year, again, we're sitting at 224. Okay, let's go ahead and slide down the road 25 miles to Kerrville. So the first 6 months of this year, we're sitting at 237 sold properties with an average days on market of 110 days. An average sales price of $314,000. And then for new listings, we're at 414 for the year with an average list price of $425,000. And then for pending and under contracts, as of right now, we're at 263. And to compare it to the same time frame last year, 2019, last year we're at 260 sold properties for the first 6 months with an average days on market of 96 days. So we have seen a little bit of a change there. And an average sales price of $293,000. So the sales price has gone up, but the sold properties has gone down a little bit, along with the days on market has gone up just a tad. And also for the new listings, right now, last year we're at 469 new listings, comparison of 414 of this year. So again, some changes there. And average list price last year of $419,000 and $425 for this year. And for pending under contracts, believe it or not, we're actually sitting at the same exact time, or same exact number for 263 for both 2019 and for 2020. Okay, so now that you've seen your 6 month market update for the first half of this year and comparing it to the same time frame last year, I want to share with you what the experts are predicting the rest of this year is supposed to look like. So Joel Can of the Mortgage Bankers Association, the MBA, states that the recovery in the housing is happening faster than expected, with an anticipated drop-off in Q3, but we don't think that that's the case anymore. We revised the Q3 numbers higher. Before, we predicted a 2% decline in the purchase originations in 2020. Now, we think that there will be a 2% growth this year. And then from a mortgage rate standpoint, Freddie Mac does forecast that the 30-year fixed rate mortgage will remain low and falling to a yearly average of 3.4 for the remainder of this year, and then falling to a 3.2 for 2021. So what's the bottom line to all this? You know, the experts are optimistic for the remainder part of this year. So if you had paused your real estate plans in the spring of this year, let's go ahead and have that conversation now to see what we can do to get you into your new home or get your property sold for that highest price point in the shortest time frame. We'll see y'all next time.